Hey everybody, and welcome back to another awesome day on Pulsechain. Man, oh man, oh man, it is a buyer's dream on Pulsechain right now to pick up some of these juicy babies that are available. It is epic. DCA for the win, definitely happening down the zone, this long, elongated zone of accumulation, and now, of course, it's absolutely epic. Of course, we've got Richard Hart versus ECC, motion to dismiss, expected this week, so we'll talk about that briefly later on in the show. And of course, we've also got MAFIA Madness. It's just ramping up. It's not ramping up there. So more influencers streaming of covering it, more regular streamers covering it. It is really, really good. We've got Cult DeFi out there doing interviews on a regular basis. It is really ramping up there with MAFIA Madness. Now we're obviously in pre-launch phase for the MAFIA. 11 phases towards the official launch. And already we're on level 5 at the moment, level 5 plus as I call it. And yeah, it is going to be a fun game. Of course, a play to earn and potentially a killer app on Pulsechain and BNB as well. So Binance being hit up all the time by some people promoting MAFIA out there as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, let's get into it, folks. Let's hello a few people. We got Life Beneath in the house. Hello, how are you? Very good, man. We've got a high. It's winter down under, right? Australia, New Zealand, Pacific Islands, and we've got a nice little fat high in the weather there, just sitting over the country today. So beautiful weather outside, and yeah, what's July, right? Last month of winter. I guess the last month of officially of Northern Hemisphere summer. So we're about to do the flippening, great flippening. Takes 3 months apparently. We're going to do that, so it's going to be a lot of fun. We got Lights Beneath says Hex Pulse extended for the win, 100%. Definitely Pulsechain buyer's dream at the moment. Pick up those. Very, very cool. And of course, we'll hear about the SEC's motion to dismiss as well. So we'll talk more about that later, as I said. We've got Al Pacino and else. You got to be INC it to win it. That's right. I think Brazolfi would agree with you on that, Al Pacino. We got Good Evening, Superman, Hex Token Family. Check my pulse. Team RH, absolutely. The golden cryptos. Waiting till the midnight hour till they give a decision. Hope for good news. Okay, waiting till the midnight. That's true. But would also like to see RH demolish Fed and set president in court. Yeah, well, they've been losing a lot of cases in court, haven't they, the SEC? So it does bode well, and I think that their case is particularly weak. Against Hex, Pulsechain, and Pulsex, this is a bit silly to me. And of course, also the territorial rules and lots of stuff, just a little bit weak in my view. Check my pulse there. It says, can always tell when I DCA, the price drops right after. Yeah, it seems to happen to most people. That happens to most people. Thanks. Okay, still buying, still accumulating. Yeah, which brings me on to the poll that we've got at the moment. Before I sneeze, I don't want to sneeze on here. But we've got the poll at the moment. Are you buying on Pulsechain at the moment? There we go. That's a good poll. Yes, maybe, no, hodling. And we've got 13 votes in there, so get in there and vote. We're going to look at that a bit later when we get to the, I don't know, maybe to the beginning. Let's do it at the beginning of our Pulsechain coverage today. All right, so kind of cool. Get in there and vote. What else? We got Wally Pasong in house there. Says Ola all. Sorry, must got to say that right. Typical down under accent. You know, our culture's a little bit different down here. We are pretty remote, so you have to excuse us for any pronunciations. All right, we got Wookie in house as well. Wookie is everywhere. He certainly is, and mostly in New Zealand. Mostly in New Zealand. Oh, he's been to Australia recently too, so a bit of Australia. We got DJ Paulie Wood, man. Good to see you. The DJ, the party man, the mostest is DJ Paulie Wood. Big shout out to you. Good to see you back in the chat after a little while. What's up? What's up? There from DJ Paulie Wood. Good to see you. Hope things are going well with you. Mafia is the way of the Jedi, says Wookie. Yeah, it's going to be a fun game. And I think did Crypto Kool-Aid and Gearhead do a live stream with the developer Jacob on Cult DeFi show today? I haven't seen it. But apparently that was on, so kind of cool. All right, let's jump into it. Let's move into the markets. We're going to kick off with the stock market. You know, after last week we had the 4th of July, so I guess there's no trading there as well. But let's get into it and see where we're at this stage. So kind of cool. Let's go. The stock market, of course, been making records, and of course, look at that. S&P 500 ekes out win to record ahead of Powell's testimony. So that's coming up there from the Fed chair. Dow Jones at the moment just down slightly, 31 points to 39,344. The S&P 500 down slightly, is up slightly, I should say, up 5.6 points to 5,572. So there you got the still eking out little records, just even if they're small. We got the Nasdaq at the moment up just over 0.25%, 49, almost 50 points to 18,402. Just incredible, right? And looking on the max chart there, just insane. Look at that. Look at those charts, just maxed out right at the top. That's all time. That's all time. Look at that thing. S&P 500 as well. I don't know if I click on that, it will disappear. Look at that, all-time highs as well. We're in history at the moment on the markets. History at the markets. Come on, crypto. Let's do something magical. Let's head towards it. Now, obviously, people are pretty bullish, probably from October this year onwards into 25. And of course, at the moment, we've still got a few things around Bitcoin. We're going to talk about that, hanging over the Bitcoin supply side. So they are non-trivial events, but we'll talk about that too. So basically coming up there, we'll just look at commodities first before we move on to the commentary. But pretty much West Texas Brent oil sitting around $82, $85, pretty flat today. Gold is up 0.25%, $5 to $2,369. Silver is up 0.7%, 22 cents to $31.13. You got to say silver's probably going to have a good run, right? We get an interest rate pivot by September, November. We could get US dollar devaluation. Silver could be off to the races there. So if you've got a bunch of silver at the house, congratulations. Take it down to the shop once it hits $100. There we go. We got Powell set to testify. CPI data approaches. So Powell will testify before the Senate and the House on Tuesday and Wednesday, with the bulk of his testimony expected to focus on monetary policy. Powell had signaled last week that while the Fed had made some progress towards bringing down inflation, policymakers still did not have enough confidence to begin trimming rates. The minutes of the Fed June meeting further this notion. Weaker than expected labor data from last week ramped up hopes that the jobs market was cooling, giving the Fed more impetus to cut interest rates. Now, as we've said for ages, the Fed is trying to trade off employment for inflation, and that's basically they're starting to get a bit of win on that front. But inflation is likely to be the central bank's key point of consideration in reducing rates. The Consumer Price Index, which is not their primary one, the PCE data is due on Thursday and expected to rise by 0.1% month-to-month and 3.1% year-on-year. The core CPI is expected to increase by 0.2%. Now, it's at 3.1% year-on-year. If it gets that, that's kind of what the expectations are. If it beats that, then the market's going to love that. If it's not loved, then you could see a bit of a pullback in the markets, a bit more negativity. The core CPI is expected to increase by 0.2%. So if it beats those expectations, then that's going to be good news for the markets, both stock and crypto. I don't know. At the moment, they've still got their 2% target. And as you guys know, historically, that's actually based on New Zealand's central bank target that they set. So they set precedent for that. However, New Zealand's actually moved to a 1 to 3% a band. And I wonder whether the US should move to a 1 to 3% band as well. That would almost bring it into the inflation range, right? And I think that's probably even more practical to have a range rather than a target. If you've been doing anything around that, range is just a bit better to operate in. So there we go. Traders, we're seeing a pricing in 72% chance of a 25 basis point cut by September. That's been going up, and up. So that's positive. Good news, everybody. Good news. All right, so that's it on the stock market and business news. That leads us into, of course, crypto. So Bitcoin matting, we've got some green cards here on coin360.com, and Bitcoin here at 56,711, up 1.7%. So good news there, folks. And ETH there over 3,000. That's a very good psychological level. Even with my Top Gun hat on, you can see my Top Gun hat here. I think this is the original too, by the way. I don't think it's when I say original, I don't know if it's back from the day when the movie came out, but so I think it's pretty old. We got so $3,020 for Ethereum, up 3%. And of course, everything else looking super green. Solana, look at that, up over 5%. Anything in dark green's over 5%. So Solana there up 5.2%, $139. ADA up 6.44% as well. Now, I think ADA's got a fork coming up, isn't it? What's it called? Do you guys remember what the fork's called of ADA? It's going to be a big deal. Just trying to remember off the top of my head. I've got the word ocean in my head, but I don't know if it's the ocean fork, but it's something. ADA's got a big fork. I know that's going to be a big deal for ADA. That's up 6.4%. So, yeah, check that out. If you are in ADA, they've got a big fork coming up. I just can't remember the name. So skip my mind. But anyway, that's coming up there. So that's good news for the market with for ADA. Matic at the moment up 5%, 50 cents. So that's doing well also. What else are we going to say about this? BNB at the moment up 4%. Obviously, that's a big deal for BNB MAFIA. That's at $510. The higher that goes, the higher the vault goes, right? Kind of cool. So that is it overall there for the market. So I don't know if we got the meme coins. You've got a bit of a different setup today on the old screen there. XRP is up 3%, and Tron is up 1.3%. So that's pretty much it. Litecoin up 4.5% there. I forgot to read out those, so I thought I should. So that is the market green generally across the board. Let's look at Bitcoin, and a bit of a zoom in on this one. As you guys know, that we had breached the 200 moving average. We do have this overhang, right? So we've got Germany selling. We got Bitcoin. They did buy some Bitcoin and then they sold some Bitcoin. So I think they're a bit schizophrenic. We obviously got the Mt. Gox, which are probably going to be a slow release, and based on what we've seen so far. So yeah, $4.5 billion worth, but slow release. Approximately, obviously, the market price of Bitcoin's down a bit, but we'll see how that goes. And it may just, if it just slow releases out of the market, that's going to be a lot better potentially. Now we also know that July, August 50-50 chance of green gain or versus a loss for green. September typically is a losing month. So typically one of the two biggest losing months in the year in terms of the markets. That being said, of course, we've got a Bitcoin halving year. Typically, we have 2 or 3 months of volatility in that sort of time with September. So October, that leads us to October. October there is normally the best month after Bitcoin halving. So October surely must be when the market is going to really start taking off. We could have a bit more elongated volatility throughout the next 2 or 3 months, plus with the Mt. Gox and, like I say, the German there as well. But we do have some news around that today. We did have the German government sell 17,000 Bitcoin today worth 951 million, and it's the largest single-day Bitcoin liquidation. So that did happen as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it on that one. So wanted some activity, but despite that, the market's green, right? So Bitcoin's still green today. We've started a brand new candle here as well. And of course, we're leading into the Ethereum ETF week as well. Now, that being said, of course, that we're going to have the first mega theme on Bitcoin for the first season. Last year, we had BRC OIC20 format tokens. And of course, they're still operating, like Audi, for example. They're still very valuable. But now, of course, we've moved into 2.0 onto Bitcoin for the first bull market season ahead of us. And that is the Runes protocol. It also launched at the Bitcoin halving. So that was a pretty cool. And of course, we've been following that. We really do have the theme that the dog coin on the Runes protocol, dog go to the moon, which is rune number 3. It is currently ranked number 2 at the moment on Magic Eden, the number 1 DEX with the Rune protocol. And of course, with others like Unisat and others as well. And of course, more centralized exchanges are starting to adopt the Runes protocol because they see that meme coin season on Bitcoin just makes a lot of sense. And of course, there'll be utility tokens as well. One of those is Banker Nakamoto dollar. But the dog of the moon, it just makes sense, doesn't it? To have the biggest meme coin on the biggest chain. You've kind of got fat liquidity, right, with the valuable Bitcoin chain. It's got all the right attributes. It's got Leonidas, a huge influencer, also the founder of Audi.io, one of the key BRC20 runes platforms there, so pretty huge. And they're innovating big time on that platform. Big shout out to Leonidas. Huge following, and he's got massive followers that follow him. He's got massive followers with millions of accounts. So it just makes sense. They're a big, rich Bitcoin guys. And so, yeah, it just dog out of the moon just looks like a winner set to go. Now, the current market cap at the moment is suggesting that it could be really, really huge, 450 million. And of course, if it gets anywhere up to, Dogecoin and eclipses Dogecoin, you're talking about, probably 100x or something, 50x. It's going to be pretty massive gains on that. So really nice, relatively high probability play for the upside. And you're always trying to chase down one of these, relatively lesser risks to the upside, but massive upside. And dog definitely looks like that for this Bitcoin season. So looking forward to where dog will go. You know how it goes in the first and top couple of months of the top of the Bitcoin bull market. It is insane, and we're expecting some insane things there from the dog. So kind of cool. We've got many other good teams in there. We've got Ryzik, Pups, $1 billion Cat, Loba the Wolfpack, another one of my favorites, sitting at number 7 now, up 1.6% today. So dog's up slightly as well. Obviously, the meme coins pulled back pretty severely when Bitcoin pulled back. So nothing really surprising there. Epic number 9, dropped 55%. Not sure what's happened there. Don't know the background or there, but it's dropped 55%. So something's happened with Epic. Maybe a big whale or something. I don't know, but something's there happened there. Number 10, Satoshi Nakamoto seems to be sitting there at number 10 most of the time. That's up 5% as well. Some of the other ones I think that might do pretty well leading up to the election is the old Donald Trump there sitting at number 20. We don't see Biden down here. I don't. Biden's disappeared, but he's down there somewhere on this one. So yeah, it's going to be fun to see how that plays out. Now, not only meme coins on Bitcoin, but also NFTs, right? So you got to go to the collections. You got the NFTs here. Runestone at number 1 there, holding up in terms of daily volume. So there's a rank by daily volume in Bitcoin, and all the way down to number 10 there, Ryzik Meta Protocol. So that is pretty much it. Now, if you want to check those out, get in there, folks. That is the place to be. Let me just hide this. And yeah, check that out. Let's scroll up here. Bam, bam, bam. That is it. Definitely worth picking up some for the bull market. Makes sense, right? To have the biggest meme coin, dog, on the most valuable chain in the world. Just makes sense. So there we go. Biggest liquidity. And of course, Leonidas there, the guy that's founded it. Massive, massive influencer. Big developer, Audio.io, and massive following. So just all adds up. Kind of cool. So that there is the link there. If you want to find out more details, get into our Discord. We got a special strategy club, multi-chain. Join up today at $35 a month. Really good value. We're just pumping through cool leads about future opportunities in the markets, just like Runes. We were early. We're the only Pulsechain Hex influencer covering PRC20s last year. What a win that was, because you would have got Runestone airdrop to you for free. You would have ended up getting Dog for free as well as a bit of Lobo as well. So we're really on the frontier of these trends, folks, and I've been covering pretty well. So get in there, $35 a month to get that multi-chain opportunity. Now, sometimes opportunities can have a bit of a lull before they take off, and so we've got a few of those opportunities in the house as well that we talk about in Strategy Club too. So get on that. In fact, the opportunity right now is pretty much optimal for buying. Timing is so important, and it's the hardest thing to get right. And of course, at the moment, I think we've just got these buy opportunities for these asset classes. Very, very cool. So get into Strategy Club today. All right, that is that. Right, let's jump away from that, and we're going to get into Ethereum. Ethereum at the moment still below the 200-day moving average. 200-day moving average is at 3,085, but we are over 3,000. So really, really positive day today. And we've got the big news, of course, Ethereum ETF expected sometime this week, possibly, but certainly this month seems reasonable. And so we'll be waiting to get SEC updates and probably update this tomorrow. We've been following one of the 2 top Bloomberg analysts with this, Bel Kahunas, and we'll try and get you the latest expectation and news around this in terms of the SEC. It seems like there's not much to do, so the SEC just mucking around a little bit there, maybe ticking off some priorities for the lineup for the launch. So we'll maybe hear about something like that. Haven't checked it today, so haven't had time to do that, but that's certainly something coming up this week. Very, very bullish for the markets. May help lift Ethereum and altcoin season up there, and that's, the markets are kind of green today as well. Kind of cool. That is that. Let's get into meme coins overall. The total market cap of crypto, 2.09 trillion, up 1.7% at the moment. And of course, let's have a look at the top meme coins at the moment that we've got on the list. We've got Dogecoin number 1, $15.5 billion. It is down 13% for the week, so they're all down, as you can see, in the weekly. But the 24-hourly is back up 3.25% there after all the meme coins yesterday when I tuned in for the evening were all pretty much down pretty hard, and that Dogecoin back up there. Now, like I said, only weeks ago this was up at 24 billion. It's now 15.5, so there's been quite a correction. These are leverage plays, of course, as Bitcoin on the movement of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and of course base chain, all that sort of stuff. So remember that they do, they make massive gains on the upside, massive pullbacks on the downside often, relative to Bitcoin, for example. SHIB at the moment is down 5.7% for the week, but up 4% today. So not too bad for the SHIB community. That's not too much volatility. Pepe there down 19%, but is up 10% today. So nice little recovery there. Pepe was getting hit quite hard for quite a few days, but it managed to hold up there. Dog with Hat is up 28%. But it's still down 1.4%, so that is particularly still hard this week. Bonk there, so maybe a good opportunity to pick up on the old WIF, given the retrace there. Once again, do some background information to see what's going on there a little bit, but that does look like a relatively good pickup. Bonk at the moment down 6.7%, but is up 14%, so nice little recovery there. Floki down 60%, but up 4%. Brett on the base chain, that is down 34%, possibly a good opportunity. But as you know, base chain, Solana, they're great opportunities, but you're taking the volatility with you, right? So just remember that when you get those chains, but still holding up pretty well. Book of Meme or BOEM is down 22%, but up 6% today. Mogcoin, which is a relatively new entrant, is down 23%, but up 9.5% today. And finally, we're going to wrap up there with Dog, which we've just covered on Bitcoin. The only one there on Bitcoin in the leaderboard on Runes, as you can see, that is down 26%. So good pickup on this, is up 4.4% today. So lots of opportunity here, folks. Lots of opportunity. And obviously, there's a few others down the list here, like Popcat, that recently have risen to the the high ranks here, but it's down 26%. So you can see the meme coin's quite hard there when Bitcoin goes down, and will go up really fast when Bitcoin goes up. So that's kind of the play there. All right, that is it on the meme coins. You can hit up our strategy club, get into that, and learn more about that too. All right, let's get into Richard Hart, shall we? Shall we do that? Before we do that, though, let's get into any other comments, anyone else that's jumped into the live stream. Big shout out. Now, if you're new to the channels, hit the subscribe button. Just hit it now. Go smash on the subscribe. We're streaming to over 10,500 subscribers on 3 YouTube channels. We're streaming on Superman Crypto. So big shout out to everybody over there. We're streaming to Pulsechain X. That is growing really, really well on Pulsechain X. So big shout out to all the new subscribers over there. Had hundreds of new subscribers over there. So big shout out over there. And of course, big shout out to the long life ones on Hex Token channel. Welcome. Thank you all for subscribing. And so smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share the channel around. Take the opportunity. We're covering Pulsechain virtually every single day of the week, whether it's a bull market, bear market, up, down day. Share the channel around. We really are covering the markets. We're no drama channel, so really just focused on the information and insights. We cover the big market events that happen as well. And so get in there, share the channel around. And of course, get into our Discord, become a member today. $5 a month, 16 cents a day. Good value, all the best information, and most importantly, the best community in there. For the people in the Discord are really, really great. If you're looking for some really good people to talk about crypto and share the crypto journey during the bull market ahead, then the Discord is really, really awesome for that. And it's only $5 a month, 16 cents a day. It's a nothing burger. You'll spend more than that on getting a bit of a cheese sandwich. Right? So get it. That's how high inflation is now. $5 in the Discord is a better value than a cheese value. Now, obviously, you can't live on a Discord, but cheese sandwich will give you a bit of life, for a little bit long. Anyway, moving on. Let's get into more serious comments. Who else has jumped in here? We've got Brennan in the house. Good to see you, Brennan. Morning, Superman and family. Bam. Who else has jumped there? Crypto Furia. Hello, everybody. Good to see Crypto Furia. Nice to see a couple of the syndicate members in the house today. Big shout out, number one family on the MAFIA. Things are ramping up on the MAFIA game. We're going to be talking about that later in the live stream. So hold on to your hat for that, particularly if you've got a Top Gun hat. I'm just shilling that today. I don't know why. We got Crypto says, when sex self-immolation, the announcement of the thing. Yeah, we don't know, but we're going to talk about it now. What else there? Cult DeFi in the house there. Hey, everybody. Hey, big shout out to Cult DeFi. He's the front man for Jacob, who's doing all his projects. So doing a lot of the marketing promotions, hanging out with the influencers, and of course, spreading the word about MAFIA and things like that, Pulsepot, BNB pot. And of course, I'm hoping in the future, I think the biggest project of them all, and maybe jump off the back of MAFIA, is PUSD ALGO. And I'm going to do a video on PUSD ALGO. It's been a while. Now, as you guys know, that is a sacrifice. It's kind of on hold at the moment. The sacrifice is open. You can get into it, but I think I got the link in the video description. Yeah, I'm going to be doing some promotion for that moving forward. So it's going to be cool. What else we got going there? Baguna says, nice stream there, Baguna. Nice. Edric says, epic stream too as well. So everyone's enjoying that stream today. That stream was with Crypto Kool-Aid, which is a game designer, also a part of the, what family are they part of? What family is it? What family? The Gearheads. I'm just kidding. All right, and the Gearheads there on a Baguna. So a nice show there. And they had Jacob, the founder, on there. That'd be pretty cool. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. Thanks, guys. We'll do more. Superman needs to join us next time. Yeah, I had some chores to do, so I'm not sure if did Archie the Don make that. I'm not sure, or me. That'd be pretty cool. We got Archie the Don. I was just talking about you, Archie. Hey, good to see you. Hi, all. Good to see Archie in the house. Big shout out. Doing an incredible job as the Don of the syndicate. Things are only just starting to ramp up too. So if you're out there, folks, the syndicate is the rolling mob deep. I like that, Archie. All right, let's move on. We're going to get into the Richard Hart stuff. Richard Hart versus the SEC motion to dismiss. Don't forget to complete our poll on the way. We've got 25 votes. We've jumped from 13 to 25. Are you buying on Pulsechain at the moment? Yes, maybe, no, oddly. Let's check it out. I did do a poll on that, I think, on Superman Crypto on X. So we might compare the two. Let's see. All right, let's get into it. We're wasting time. Don't waste time, man. Don't waste time. All right, so as you guys know, I've got to bring up another post here as well. You guys can't see this one. But on June the 16th, Richard posted on his X profile, got 216,000 views. He said, and I quote, "The next exciting step in the SEC's lawsuit against the open source Hex, Pulsechain, and PulseX publishing code, and that is Richard Hart, is the SEC's response to the motion to dismiss. It's due in just a few weeks, July the 8th. Well, surprise, surprise, surprise. Here we are on July the 8th. Well, it's actually July the 9th down under, but July the 8th in the US time. Then our response to their response is due a month after code is speech. That's what Richard Hart said. Code is speech. And it had 216,000 views on that. And that was from Richard. So we have, I've updated, here we are on the courtlistener.com. I see no updates regarding a SEC, a response to the dismissal request. So as you can see, there is nothing here at this stage that I can see on this. So maybe it's going to be tomorrow. Who knows? But we'll keep track of that, hopefully. And we'll have some of the leading stuff there. Now, obviously, if they fail to get the dismissal, then they will go through information discovery, and we know that information discovery is going to be between March the 21st and 2025 in July. So obviously we want the dismissal. I think there's a good case for it. So let's see how they get on with that. We know that the motion to stay was pretty much rejected by the judge, and so information discovery was continued. So the only thing to stop this is to get the dismissal from the way I understand this. So there we go. And that is pretty much it at the moment. On that, we'll keep you updated. If you do see anything out there, let us know as well. There's lots of moving parts. We do have a few, one or two lawyers, I think, in the Pulsechain community that do give commentary on this when it does come out. So we might get some insights from them as well. One of them in particular, I believe, used to do similar work right around like the SEC stuff. So that's kind of insightful. Brennan says Archie is having a mob boss meeting, couldn't make the stream. That is awesome. That is awesome, Brennan. I like it. I like it a lot. Little mobster chickens. Little mobster chickens, says Archie. All right, so that's pretty much it at the moment. So we'll keep you updated. Hope we may see an update tonight, or I guess maybe tomorrow on the SEC. What time is it? It is in the northern hemisphere. Los Angeles. It's currently 5:30 in Los Angeles, and it is 8:30 in New York. So we may get something today. We may get something updated, but nothing updated on this so far at the moment. So you can see that. That is the court listener. Now, I'm going to post this link in the chat there if you guys want to check it out yourself, keep up to date. That is where a lot of the information flows. Sometimes they make you pay for it on Pacer, but that is it at the moment. That is the link there if you want to follow Richard Hart's SEC case. Richard Hart will no doubt, well, he might post about it too. We'll see. He's been quite bold around that. Something we've seen of late. Kind of cool. All right, so that is that. Let's get into Pulsechain, Pulse Gains. Let's just make sure I'm up to date here because I've been going through one of these lists here. Now, we've had a project launch today on Pulsechain. I'm going to cover it. I haven't done the due diligence on it, so I'm just going to mention it. It's not endorsement. That's later on. So wait for that. I have not checked out all the safety of it, so just remember that when I get to it, because we mentioned sometimes projects we don't get enough chance to do the due diligence, to look around. But in any case, this is the results for day 423, and we got the Pulsechain there at the moment, quadruple 039, down 2.6%, and we're at 39% of the main sacrifice price. We are below that crucial 4,000. So we haven't really got the weakness, but of course we've got this SEC dismissal thing this week. So that's looming above Pulsechain, arguably. PulseX at the moment, quadruple 0187, down 4.1% at the moment. That's 18, just under 19% of the mean sacrifice price. The buy and burn is looking pretty good. 914.4 billion PulseX has been bought up and burned. We're now at 4.52% of the public supply. I did see on my preview of X platform today, I did see Somi, your friend Somi, did post around this 4.5%. So a big shout out for him. We have got big influencers out there, spreading the word on X, so it's good to see that. and Pulsechain. So kind of there. Would I say X? Yeah, we're talking about Pulsechain. So that's kind of cool. We got incentive token at the moment down 4.86% at $1.93. So that's down quite a bit. Obviously, 2.64% of that is the Pulse price. So the volume, in other words, the ratio to Pulse is down as well. But we're still sitting over 50,000, 50,668 Pulse per one incentive token. And of course, we've got 35,478,000 incentive tokens in existence. Now, they're from the Pulsex yield farming. Now, I do have some information about that. So let's talk about that, because I did a poll last night about yield farming on X social platform. Let's see what the results are. So I asked the question, are you yield farming for incentive rewards on Pulsex on Pulsechain? We got 141 views on that. We only got 12 votes because this is a brand new account. I haven't got any blue check on it, so it gets limited in terms of its reach. But we got out of that 12 votes, we got yes farming for a long time. 42% out of the 12 votes were farming for a long time. 8.3% yes farming recently. So people have started farming recently because I think the yields have been incredible on Pulsex. Number 3 was I might yield farm soon. 42% saying they might yield farm soon. And only out of the 12 votes, only 8%. So what's that? One person said they will not yield farm. How about that? Is that crazy? So yeah, we got like 11 out of 12 votes yield farming or might yield farm. Isn't that crazy? So that is pretty good results there for that poll. So nice. I did another poll too. What was the other poll I did? Let me double check my other poll that I did. Oh yes, we'll do that poll too, because that's coming up for MAFIA. I've got to do another poll around MAFIA, so we'll cover that as well. So that's pretty much it for day 423. We've started day 424. Let's check out the rest of the charts. We've got obviously Pulsechain here at 3,900. And of course, we've got this SEC motion dismiss hanging over Pulsechain, I guess, arguably. And of course, we've also had the Bitcoin volatility. You can see we're right down here. Look at us on the daily. The daily is in oversold territory, by the way. So it is a Pulsechain buyer's dream. That's why I did that title. It's a Pulsechain buyer's dream, because we're in this oversold period here. We're currently at 27. How about that? So nice little opportunity. You can see other times we've been in here. We've bounced out. Look, bounced out. So there's profit to be made. Another time there we bounced out too. So we're definitely in the zone here for a really strong buy signal with the RSI on the daily. And of course, upside there. Back here we had in the RSI got down to 23, and we had a violent back there. Well, I was back on the SEC event, back on the 31st of July, and we came all the way down. Man, it was brutal, wasn't it? It was brutal. But we had a nice real bounce back, but then failed to go up here, and we went back down again to find our all-time low. We've still got a high low. Let's go to the weekly and have a look at that. So weekly here. Weekly at the moment, so we've still got a higher low in the sense that if I take the low here on the 21st of August, we're still above that, right? So at the moment, how far above that are we? Let's have a look. We are 17.5% above the low at the moment, so we've still got a higher low, arguably. I mean, it's a pretty dreadful looking low, but it's a good place for buying, right? A buyer's dream right now. The RSI is at 32 at the moment. 32 at the moment. Now, obviously, I've talked about this. We're pretty much at the 4,000. We broke that. So the next line for this is pretty much arguably we could get down to 37 if we continue on. But of course, we have hit oversold RSI on the daily. So fingers crossed for there. But in any case, let's say the bottom could be 3,700 if we continue to go down on this trend at the moment. So that's we've got to say that's probably the more likely scenario. Although Bitcoin has gone green and the SEC event is this week. So this week we could see 3,700 before we bounce, so just take that into note. But still a wonderful DCA value right now at the moment on Pulse. Pulsex at the moment, obviously downtrend as well on the daily. The RSI is a lot better than Pulse though, at 37 at the moment. So obviously, what we say 27 or something negative for Pulse, but we're doing a lot better here on the daily. We're watching this indicator here. We want this yellow line across the blue line at some stage. That's probably ahead of us. So maybe within the next week, possibly. Let's go to the weekly on the Pulsex. You can see that we've clearly got a much better higher low here. Obviously, Pulsechain is pretty only 7.5%, but here on Pulsex, we've got a high that's 107%. So 17.5% higher low on the Pulsechain, but we've got 107% higher low on Pulsex. So clearly, they're doing better, relatively speaking, to the low in any case. so relatively. And yeah, that is where we are at the moment. And of course, if we ever get a bullish cross on the weekly here, man, that is hyper pump for the old Pulsex. We'll keep looking at that. Now, you always need more than one indicator, right? So, but that is definitely an indicator we're looking for, a very strong one. You can see we crossed it over here. It was a big power move up there. Look at that. We got a higher low this time. So we'll be powering even potentially even higher. We will look out for that. And maybe Magic Upright is a big kick in for that. So we'll see. Could get some organic move too. Definitely possible as well. All right, let's go to the INC. INC at the moment has been the star of the day, but it is down today. And you can see we're still in the range, very, very nice trading range. It is down from the highs that we had at 55, 56. We're down at just all over 50, so very, very cool. Obviously, the low on here, 44 on the bottom of the range, but still right in the middle there at the moment. So still very, very cool at this stage. Now, probably if it breaks down 50, then yeah, we could probably definitely go down to 48 or something. But at the moment, this has been operating like a boss, isn't it? This old incentive token. Looking at the weekly, look at that. That's on the weekly. It gives a very, very nice peer view there. And 53 on the RSI. So our incentive token looking good. Yield farming looking great. And that's why people are yield farming there. That income has been really, really nice. All right. PHEX, of course, Hex has been the bargain. Out of all of them, it's the store of value in the old Pulse chain. And man, look at that on the daily. We are oversold too, just like Pulse. So Pulse and Hex, they're friends. They're friends. They're hanging out together because that's down at 27 as well on the RSI in the oversold territory. Man, oh man, oh man, opportunity to pick up that big time. We saw the last time we sort of bounced here. Look at these two other times we bounced down at the 30. We got a rebound 1 and a rebound 2. So obviously here looking good potentially for a nice little rebound on there at 4,500 a penny. Pretty clear 1, 2, and 3, and all the bounce backs from that. So, and at the moment we're down the lowest, so bounce back could be even more severe to the upside. Could be some nice gains to be had in there. It is a buyer's dream, and particularly for Hex and Pulse at the moment, relative to that. All right, that's it for Hex. But let's go to the weekly before we move on from Hex on Pulse chain. It also is the Magic Upright chain, and of course, obviously with the SEC event hanging over the heads this week, we'll see how that goes. And then another month through Richard Art's rebuttal, right, in August. So 35 at the moment on this. On the old Hex there, so we'll probably get a little bounce from this zone is my guess there. All right, mad gains, amount of Hex you can pick up at this price, crazy. All right, on EHEX as well, similar story. Obviously even weaker at the moment, but down at 36 on the RSI, pretty similar, almost the RSI. But here obviously on the weaker end, so a great little zone here to pick up at 1,200 for a penny, not bad. And of course pick up a lot of Hex there too. Massive upside to the BankX wall at 7/10 of a penny. So not much more to say about that. Let's jump over to the Hex derivatives. The only real mover today is Icosa on Pulse chain and base on Pulse chain. Icosa there up 4.5%. And of course the 1 year Hex mining pool is up 1.3% there, but there's no liquidity in this one. So probably should move on from that. I think that might be the old bull. Might have to double check that. All right, I might have to find the new one. Let's see here. Let's go to the stablecoins. Nothing much happening here. PDI is down at 2,400th of a penny, down 9%, and LUSD is also down 13%. But the burn on LUSD is almost the same as Pulsex. So Pulsex at 4.52%. The burn on LUSD, which is very speculative, right? So let's not fool around with that speculative. But the fundamentals are ticking away, and we're at 4.27% of the burn at the moment. So we'll see. Just $150 in this is kind of the idea. Minimum you could do as a speculative play. You never know your luck if it does what they're saying it might do. It could be mad gains on that, and it's always good to have a bit of speculative upside. Definitely LUSD, PDI, two good ones for that. But once again, risky and speculative. Let's talk about that. All right, let's go over to the influencer coins. Now, obviously, a couple of months ago, influencer coins were the thing on the chain. They were doing pretty well. I still think there's a lot of upside. Obviously, when Pulse chain takes off, they're probably going to move relative to that. Quite a few, not all of them, but a good amount. We've got no token from Randy Harlaski here. It's the only one that's up today. 0.5%. Big shout out to Randy, and there's no permissions. That's his equivalent of the strategy club that I have. It's obviously massive. It's the biggest one in the Pulse chain Hex community, as far as I know. That is 0.5%. At least one of the two biggest, I would say. There's that other one with the show where they all get on there. I can't remember the guy's name. That's up 0.5%. 2,300 of a penny at the moment, so doing well. There's no token. The biggest loser today is Matty Allen's one, down 9.5% at $1.12. So, and then SolidX is also down there 8.3% as well. That's Randy's whale friend, the old SolidX. All right, let's go over the overall for Pulsechain. And before we get into MAFIA is coming up next. Let's have a look here. We got 12.4 million volume. Nice volume day on Pulsechain. That's a real lift from what we saw the other day. On Sunday, we had 8.7, 8.3, and now we're at 12.4. So that's quite a nice little lift there. About, for what's that, $4 or $5 million. 228,000 transactions at the moment. Let's have a look at the best performers. We got Goku there, Child Wizard. I don't know much about that one. We got BFF is back up there at 1%, and Randy Alaski doing well. And of course, our only utility in the social area is Love.io, and that is up 6,500% there as well. So we've got a bit of movers at the moment on that. Looking at the top gainers by volume, let's have a look here. We've got 11.4 million in volume on that. We've got Soil there, Sun Minimal. I have no idea what that one is. We got obviously Wrapped ETH there, BFF, No Token, Randy Alaski, and that's it. That's pretty much it on those top volumes here at the moment. All right, so Pulsechain at the moment is doing 10.8 million of that volume. 9-inch is doing 677K in volume. 9mm is doing 656,000 in volume, and Spark Swap is doing 154,000. Just to give you an idea of how much is trading over on that. Now, a couple of things I want to say about Pulsechain. Now, when we've got a fast-moving market, if it's fast-moving down, fast-moving up, you know, like Bitcoin, when it suddenly has a couple of days of big retracements, and that impacts Pulsechain as well, is that sometimes it's hard to get a trade through on Pulsechain. It's hard to get a trade through on even Petius, which has improved their speed, but because they're routing through so much stuff trying to recalculate, it can be hard as well. So what I've found is GoPulse tends to be very good in fast-moving markets. So if you haven't used GoPulse, it's a bit of a tip of the day that can be fast-moving. I think I might have a link to that in the video description too, so you can use that. Yeah, 9-inch and 9mm, they have 9-inch in itself has its own pools, so it can be fast-moving there, but the liquidity is different. I'll just take that into account because it's got its own pools there. 9mm, can't remember where 9mm is routing through. I think it's routing through other pools, not just its own V2, V3 pools, but that's definitely a possibility there too, and as well as Spark Swap, which I think is just its own pools, LP pools. So just take into account some of the differences there. Hopefully that was some insight to some people. All right, so that's going to lead us into some of the final things to wrap up the old Pulsechain update. It is a buyer's dream right now. You can see the RSIs are very telling. And of course, the SEC event this week seems like a good time to buy during this, the weakest part of the cycle potentially. We got 135,000 beats, so pretty cheap to do activity on Pulsechain. 0.2 of a penny at the moment to do a swap. Let's jump over to the validators. 48,367 validators on Pulsechain. 1.55 trillion. Like I say, it's been like that for 6 or 7 weeks. And of course, you can pick up 32 million Pulse at the moment, become a validator, earn a nice little passive income yield. Looks like the indicative yield here is 10% at the moment. And yeah, you can pick up machinery from validatorstore.com from David Feather. He's doing 70% of the validators at the moment, over 1 million blocks validated from them. Pretty incredible. Finally, our health check at the moment, 94.1 million. Is that a bit better from yesterday? I just can't remember. I think it's about the same, $94.1 million at the moment. We've got PDI sitting at 28 million. ETH, of course, up a little bit there, 25 and quarter there. And of course, what else there? Bitcoin up a bit as well. EHEX there is just hanging down the bottom. So EHEX pretty flat, probably just below 8 million actually. So that's kind of the play there. So we get a lift on all these assets. Obviously, the bridge is going to go back over 100 million. I think we saw a bit of ETH move out overnight. So I think we did lose a bit of ETH volume. I think, yeah, was it 7 hours ago, something like that? And yeah, I didn't check Pulse alerts, but I definitely remember seeing one big transaction of $250,000 out there. Don't know what the context was, but we see that all the time happening on the chain. So that is it. We're about to start day 424. That's going to lead us into, of course, MAFIA. Before we get into that, let's say hello to a few other people in the house. And let me just queue up some of these charts for MAFIA. Let's go here. Now, let's go into Jacob's projects. And I'm going to pull up the MAFIA charts. Bam, bam, bam. And let's go. As you guys know, Pulse Predictor is also ticking away. That's another project from Jacob. Forgot to mention that earlier. That's ticking away as well. We might talk about that in another stream. Let's see who else has jumped in here. We got Tin Top in the house there. What's up? Hex against. Good to see you, Tin Top. Hope you're doing well. And let's see who else is dumped in there. We got Honda Trump in the house there. Moon, Pulsechain. Oh, Pulsechain. Pulsechain says Honda. Yeah, Moon. Indeed. Good. Could be the alternate time to pick up, whether you got the SEC thing in the week, you got the Bitcoin volatility, and RSI looking good. PulseX says Pulse will hit all-time lows in the next 2 weeks. There we go. That's a call from PulseX there. MVS is announced it. Let's show some MAFIA, everybody. Absolutely. We're about to talk about it right now. G'day. It's from Clintrons. Hey, Clintrons. Hope you're doing well too. Now let's get into it, folks. MAFIA Madness. That's the last part of our title for our video today. MAFIA Madness. Man, we're in the pre-game phases, but the battles are already on. Battles are on for many things at the moment, for resources, for tactics, for all sorts of stuff happening. I won't say too much, but there's lots of things happening at the moment in the old MAFIA game, and it is really ramping up. It is a shining light on the hill on Pulsechain at the moment, given where the markets are. So people are talking about, more influencers are talking about it. Could it be the killer app? The GameFi killer app on Pulsechain that a lot more people get tracked to. Certainly is going very well so far. Very well indeed. All right, let's get into it. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's go. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's look at the prices first. I'm going to do a bit of it backwards this time. We're going to look at prices first. So let's hear it. This is a MAFIA on the daily. As you can see, so far, how old is MAFIA on Pulsechain, or Pulse MAFIA as they call it? 25 days and 2 hours. So that's how long we've been going at the moment. We had a bit of a pullback overnight, which is fantastic because it fills the vault up and it also gives people, new players, a chance to get in. I love that, the aspect of tokenomics. We have got phase 5 plus. So we've had the NFT market back on the 26th of June. We've had keys there revealed on the 27th of June. We've had Player Plus and Family Plus on the 3rd of July. And here we are now on the 9th of July. A brand new day has dawned. And yesterday we had some nice selling. That selling feeds the vault and also allows new people to come in at a lower price. So isn't that cool? I think that's so neat there. We're currently at $12.50. So just under 1/1200th of a penny, or just over 1/1200th of a penny at the moment. So nice opportunity there. Now, the volume overnight, 22,000 in 24 hours. 70 makers at the moment. The liquidity, $126,000. The market cap, 1.2 million. As you guys know, we sort of topped out at about 2.5 million. So we're sitting very, very nice on that retrace to enter at the moment. We are down 18.7%. The first big day we've been down, and that was, of course, that day there. First big day. And, of course, it feeds the vault, which is beautiful and allows new people to come in. So I like it a lot. All right. Should we check out how much is staked at the moment? Let's do it. Let's check out how much is staked on Pulsechain for Pulse MAFIA. Let's go to holders here, and we can see that the top wallet is the staked wallet. So if you're wondering what's the staked wallet, that's the top wallet. And currently we're sitting at 334.6 million. Pulse is now, MAFIA is now staked on Pulse MAFIA. There's only 1 billion in existence, right? So remember that, only 1 billion in existence. 334.6 million is actually staked with the family staked wallet there. 33.46% of total supply is staked in that wallet. We have 9.4% of the volume in the teens wallet. That's number 2, and 94 million in that wallet. That started off at 100 million. And then we have some LP pools, right, in the smart contracts. So we've got LP pools. We've got almost 9% in those. And we've got a couple others down the list as well with further stuff in there as well. So pretty cool. And then we've got all the rest of the accounts in there as well on the first page. So kind of neat. We have a couple of whales left. We've got this whale here. It's got 3%. This whale's got 18 million. This whale's got 13.8. This whale's got 10. So that's a lot less than we used to have because a lot of it's got staked in this top wallet here. So that's kind of the play there at the moment on staking. So that's kind of cool. Like I say, good opportunity to get in at the moment on MAFIA. So I'll post a link to that if you're going to buy MAFIA today. So buy MAFIA on PLS chain. And that is the link there if some of you want to pick that up. Everyone always asks me, so I'm going to front run you. On that. There we go. That is buy MAFIA on Pulsechain at the moment. And like I say, good entry in at the moment after 50% retrace. Kind of cool. Yeah, is that 50? Let's double check just so that for 49. No. Yeah, 50%. They're 49.96 or thereabouts. That's 50%. So not bad. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. All right, so there we go. I just did it off the head. No, I knew what the market was, so it made sense. All right, so that's kind of cool on Pulse Mafia. Now, obviously, Mafia is also on BNB. It launched first on BNB. How long has it been on BNB? Well, we've seen 25 days on Pulsechain. It's been 1 month and 16 days. So what's that, about 46 days, give or take, on the old BNB. This is the price chart. Remember, they're very different launches. So this was launched on the back of TRH. And of course, this was launched on the back of the TYCZ sacrifice. So very different setups. That's why the charts look particularly different. The other part of that's made the chart look different is that we are very well organized on the Pulsechain side with a whole ton of influencers. Everyone knows who they are. There's about 150 of them. And we've had, about 12 of them. Some of the more regular, bigger ones cover Mafia, so it's been doing very well on Mafia. On BNB, we have, there's less organized Mafia influencers over there, BNB influencers as far as I know. And of course, we have had a couple of big ones. We had James, I think he had 57,000 subscribers. So he covered it. We've had Crypto Pride, a smaller channel around 3,300, cover it over there. But the opportunity to get in over here is so good, right? Because the price is so good, you can become a whale very easily over on the BNB chain. And so we're going to talk about that. So that's kind of play there at the moment. How much is staked over there? Let's look at some of the key metrics. 58,000 liquidity, 362,000 market cap. We are up over 9.8% over on a BNB, so we're down on the Pulse chain, ironically enough, but we're actually up on the BNB there. That's hilarious. But the volume is pretty low today, $588, only 5 makers. We had 70 makers over on Pulse chain. But let's have a look at how much Mafia is actually locked away at the moment on the BNB chain. And we can see it looks like we've got 23.76% of the total Mafia there is locked away. So what do we have? 33%, something like that on Pulse Mafia. That's 237 million out of the 1 billion is locked over there. We got 8.1% locked in the top LP, Pancake Spot Pool there. Looks like we've got 53 million in the Teams wallet, 5.3% there at the moment. And we've got a few other accounts as well. So that is it over on Mafia. Let's get into that. If you want to buy Mafia over there, obviously a huge opportunity to get in on that. So buy Mafia on the BNB chain. That is the link, and what a deal there as well. Looking pretty attractive. All right, so there are still a lot of things happening over on BNB. We're going to talk about that too. We've got 54 minutes an hour, so we're probably going to spend the next 20 minutes to, 30 minutes talking about Mafia, all the things that are happening and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoy the next wee while there. Kind of almost split the show in two now. It's kind of crazy, but we're loving it. We're loving it because Mafia is so much fun. It's a play-to-earn game, right? So this got risk associated to it. If you get killed, you could lose your inventory and things like that. So just remember that. Your player will die. That's pretty much it. Agent in the house, Hex in the house. Yo, Superman. Good to see Agent Hex. Yo, everyone. Big shout out. And yeah, looking good. Looking good. We've got Big Kahuna in there too, having a good time. A very nice time, Big Kahuna. Very nice. All right, let's move on. Spicy meatball. I don't know. This show's going crazy sometimes. It's going crazy. All right, let's get into Mafia. So this is on Pulsechain. And we have, I'm just going to make sure I've covered everything on there. Actually, I haven't actually covered Hex 1 protocol. So apparently Hex 1 protocol is launched today. Just before we move on to Mafia, Hex 1 protocol. Apparently it's going to be a stable coin backed by Hex T-shares. I don't know how that works, so we might talk about that separately after I've done a bit more due diligence on that. I think that's a good idea to do that. So yeah. Now I did do a poll on Mafia. We had, what is your favorite way to earn crypto profits on Mafia, on BNB and Pulsechain? But now and when the full game launches, we had vault payments 33%. We had trading NFT market at 33%. And we had high worth crates at 33%. So it's kind of split between all those. Promotion money, which is going to kick off when the game goes live, was 0 there. So kind of similar. We did mirror a poll that we did here on the channel a couple of days ago. So that is pretty much that. Yeah. All right. Let's finish our poll off before we get to Mafia as well. Just want to wrap up the Pulsechain stuff. So let's end that poll and see what the results are there too. That's going to fill the chat there. So are you buying? We had 38 votes. So awesome votes, everybody. I really appreciate that. That's a great poll result. One of our better poll result recently. 38 votes on that. Are you buying Pulsechain at the moment? 65% said yes. So I think that's the smart move. I think the RSI is looking good. And like someone made in a comment there, the next 2 weeks could be a really good time to pick up. And of course, I agree with that when the RSI is telling us that high lows, all sorts of stuff like that. The SEC event. Are you buying on Pulsechain? 65%. No, 15% decided no, it's not time to buy. Hodlink, 13% are just going to do nothing, just hold their current bags, and maybe 5% are thinking about it. So 70%, that's 7 out of 10 people. Not bad out of that. So yeah, we almost got 40 votes. So what's that? 28, almost 28, maybe 27 people wanting to buy or thinking about buying out of that 38. So it's pretty awesome. All right, let's get into MAFIA. So Pulse MAFIA, 765 active players at the moment playing MAFIA. 17 crime families. We had a new crime family yesterday join. We got 3.52 billion Pulse. That's a new record in the vault. So that's pretty cool. In fact, I just want to go to the vault straight away almost, but we're going to hold off there. We got the top players in the list here at the moment, ticking away there, so you can sort of see all the top players on the top 15. I'm not going to go through all those today, but we're going to jump over to the family and have a look at the family list. The family list at the moment is looking pretty amazing. Look at that, 17 families. Looks pretty epic. Just have a look at Mumbo here. Mumbo happened to pass the Grand Clan yesterday. So they were sitting just below 20,000. They've now got to 20,125. So this new family. They've also got a new member in the family. I think they were sitting at 3 or 4 members yesterday. They're at 5 at the moment. And they've got modest amount of MAFIA in there, but they're actually sitting in the conditional payout of number 7. They were at number 8. They're sitting at number 7. We'll see what Handsy Crypto is doing in there. And that is going to be interesting at number 8. These 3, number 6, 7, and 8, they're in this conditional payment, which is 5%. So they're sort of sitting there at the moment. Now, the top 5, of course, the syndicate. As you guys know, I'm in the syndicate. We got our most amazing Don Capone. We have an incredible group of people in the syndicate. Big shout out to everybody that's in the syndicate that plays their role in the family. Big shout out. And of course, the Capone does see everything. So you guys know. He'll let you know about how things are going. We got the syndicate there, still holding number 1 spot, 355,000 on the worth. We've got the Gearheads with Crypto Kool-Aid and Gearford Weird. They were on a live stream today with Jacob, the founder of MAFIA, on Cult DeFi. So if you haven't checked that out, check out that video. 286,000 on the worth there. We got this mysterious family, the Yakuza, sitting at number 3, and of course that's sitting at 160,000. We got number 4 there, the Salamanca's. They also were the first, second to second. No, they were third to get the family plus. Mugnow's here down number 6 were the first, and the syndicate were number 2 to get the family plus, the gold on there and all the benefits. Number 5 is the Hustlers. This is another influencer, of course, is Lick Gaines. Dep there, big shout out to him, doing a great job. I think he had a big live stream overnight, opening up crates and things like that. So a big shout out to Lick Gaines out there. And yeah, number 6 there, Mugnow's. Number 7, Mambo's. Grand Clan, number 8. They're in the top 8 spots. Those are the ones that potentially get paid. Top 5 definitely get paid from the vault. 10% from the vault goes to them. The top family gets 30%. The bottom, number 5 family gets 10%. And these 3 conditional ones in orange get 5%, assuming that the vault grows the week after payouts from the first week. So that's kind of the play. We got a lot of other families in the mix, though. Costa Nostra's at number 10. The Trump family, number 11. That is another influencer, Brazology. We got the La Mano Nero there, Tito. The Primo Staccano there, Nico at number 13. And we got the Chinese Triads there, RPG at 15. The Greys, which is another ecosystem on Pulsechain. And of course, PDDC and UFO tokens. Pretty good tokenomics ticking away there on Pulsechain too. That is Coach X, but nothing's happened there with Coach X. What's going on? Maybe his community's decided, well, should we just focus on our own tokens? I don't know. Question mark there, question mark. All right, so those are the leaders at the moment. Let's have a look at the vault, because the vault is what everybody is after, and it's going to be a brutal fight for that. And of course, at the moment, we've got 3.53 billion Pulse at the moment on the market. Isn't that crazy? We've got the taxman. So the taxman, he collects all the taxes. So let's talk about that quickly. So if you're going to buy MAFIA, there is a 4.7% buy tax and a 16.6% sell tax, which means you need a 5% buy slippage and a 20% sell slippage. And of course, that money goes into the vault. So it goes into the vault and to the taxman. He gets all the money and then he sells that into the market. So he'll sell that MAFIA into the market. And of course, that will feed the vault, and the vault will get bigger and bigger and bigger. At the moment, the price of Pulse down just below that 4,000 mark. means that if it goes up, does a 2x, goes to 8,000, then this money here will go from 138,000, you guessed it, to 270,000 or so. So quickly you're in the big money, big time. Once it reaches 6 figures, which is already done, that's already considered pretty big by a lot of people. It does gain a lot of attention. But once we get over that $250,000 mark, man, really people's heads start to turn. And of course, more people start to come in to play. Now, people can join some families. Some families are open-minded, like the Syndicate. Syndicate is the most feared family on the Mafia game, but it's also the most generous. And the Don is a super genius. Maybe a Dr. Evil, but he's super genius there. A big shout out to Archie and doing a great job there at the moment. So that's kind of cool. That vault is just absolutely epic. Now, if we combine that vault with, of course, the BNB vault, we're heading towards $200,000 right? So it's a pretty big deal. We might add that up a bit later. Now, the other thing you can do at the moment is if you want to get in-game assets, you're going to need that to win. Then you can buy keys. Keys at the moment are $20 or $19.99, and you can use Pulsex incentive EDI to buy those. Once you get a key, you can use them to buy your keys. Once you buy them, they'll show down on the bottom here under your NFTs, and then you'll be able to use those keys to try and win one of these in-game assets. So there's all these in-game assets, and of course there are some premium categories. I would say the Mafia category is premium. Winning Mafia, that'd be huge. At the moment, how much is 5 million Mafia worth on the old Pulse Mafia? $6,000. Now, obviously, if the price goes back up again, that could, if it goes back to where it was, that could be $12,000. This shows you how much Mafia that could be worth. So that's pretty huge. We've got OG NFTs. You can win OG NFTs. They're very important if you want to upgrade to Player Plus. So Player Plus at the moment, if you go to the players in the game, let's have a look at the players. You can see the golden players here. They've got the little plus sign and little golden letters. They have got Player Plus, and they've used that OG NFT to do it. So if you do get OG NFT, you'll be able to upgrade your players, and of course you get a lot of benefits from doing that. You can see those benefits in the Wikipedia, and we'll probably have a quick look at that too. The bodyguards, of course, is a pretty high element, but the other premium category is keys. You could win up to 100 keys. Imagine that. Dreams come true. We know that Lick Gaines from the Hustlers won 50 game keys on live stream, and it was his very last key that he opened up. Isn't that crazy? And he won 50 keys, so that was pretty cool. That is part of the was it the folklore? I don't know. Was it part of the mythology? I don't know. That's not mythology because it actually happened, but it's kind of cool. Some mythologies are true, but there we go. That is the place. Kind of cool there on crates. So $20 you can pick up those. Now all the crates feed the vault. So we talked about the buy and sells. They feed the vault, but the crates feed the vault as well. So all the money there feeds the vaults and team wallets. Kind of cool. And then of course we've got the market. This also feeds the vault as well. The markets as well, and they've been trading very, very well. Particularly yesterday, there were lots of trades yesterday, lots of bargains to be had, people buying and selling. So there are multiple ways to play to make money in this game. Like I said in that poll that I read out, there's multiple ways to do it. You can buy and sell in the market. You can get in a family and earn money through the vault. If the family's getting vault money, you can earn promotional money when the game starts. You'll be able to do that depending on the Mafia and the Don that you're doing. You could do that. So yeah, lots of ways. You can open up crates and hit some big items, make money that way. You could pay $20 for an item, and the item might be worth $300, for example. Things like that. Kind of neat there. All right, so that is some of the cool stuff happening there at the moment. All feeds the vault, and you can see the vault just getting bigger all the time. You can see the main ways of feeding the vault are Taxman, the keys, and the marketplace, and you can see the charts and the share that they are of the vault at the moment. So we've got 3% of the vault is made up of marketplace fees, and we know what the marketplace fees are, right? It's because we can just go to the marketplace and we can see the results at the top. $109,000 of market value, 1,785 trades so far, 96.1 million pulse has gone through the family there. So pretty cool. That's fed the vault. The other one that we see feeding the vault as well. So we refresh this page. Might be overheating it. Good thing I've got Player Plus on here because you only get 10 clicks without being Player Plus. Remember that. Oh, look at that. We got even more Mafia in there. Look at that. That just updated heaps. I'm not sure what's happened to my chart. My chart's is a bed. But we got 743,000 Mafia in there now as well. So that's gone up too. Someone must have sold some Mafia or something. So yeah, the market's feeding the vault. The crate's feeding the vault. And the buy and sells are feeding the vault. And I suspect there's going to be more once we get the new tokens launched. We'll talk about that now. Let's go to Wikipedia. Now, you can get all the latest information in Wikipedia and on the official telegrams. They do feed all the updates, so you can get that. But at the moment, we're on phase of 5. I would call it 5 plus because we've got Player Plus and Family Plus. And then the next one is huge. The next one is huge. Marketplace was big. OG crates were big. But MAFIA map is going to be mega huge. It's going to be, apparently it's going to wow us. I'm looking forward to it. We like to be wowed. And of course, that's going to have the headquarters. It's going to have a lot of things around strategy and tactics laid out, hopefully. So we're going to look forward to seeing what that looks like. But that is the next phase coming up there. Then we have trade ups, phase 7, pre-ranking phase 8, communication, phase 9, kill simulator. That's going to be really interesting. The kill simulator. Now, to use the kill simulator, I think you have to have Player Plus. So it's going to be important to have Player Plus upgrade with the OG NFT. When you do upgrade to Player Plus, your OG NFT does get burned. Remember that. The vault requirements is at number 11. This is when the game's going to trigger, right? So we know that at the moment, the game's going to trigger at 5 billion pulse. Now, obviously, the team has to be technically ready to launch as well. So that's a bit of a caveat there. But 5 billion is the target. And we have 500 BNB on the BNB side. And I suspect that because Pulsechain is ahead at the moment on this level 7 pre-launch phase, and that probably a good chance, this is my speculation, but the BNB side might launch at the same time. We'll see how that goes on that. The other one is the official launch. That's going to happen, and then it's coming up. So we're on 11 pre-launch phases. Phase 12 is going to be the launch, and we're currently on phase 5, waiting for the map on phase 6. It's kind of the rollout of this game. I love the rollout because it builds up momentum and grows the game. So good. Yeah, I think we had a little bit of a sell there. We did. Look at that. Woohoo! Well, that fed the vault, so I'm going to give it a rocket for that. And that is a revolt there. How much was sold? Let's have a look at that. Yeah, just a couple of trades coming in here the last couple of minutes. So there we go. We had 834,000. So yeah, good opportunity to pick up some nice MAFIA, even better than when I started the live stream. Kind of cool. And it fed the vault there. Look at that. Oh, it's up to 909,000. That's some crazy stuff there. That's kind of cool. Now, I think tactically, if you're seeing the MAFIA in the tax man, it's best not to pull the trigger and just let the price go back up, and then you pull the trigger after that. The way you get the vault even bigger. That's kind of the play. All right. So let's jump over to that. Now, some of the other things that were coming up in the game that are going to be really good for the economics. We're going to have the bullets, and that's why people have been buying bullets, amongst other things, to kill people. It's also, we're going to have bullets on the trading. We're also going to have hearts as well. Hearts, health, of course. If you get hit, you got to need some health after that. So that's going to be tradable too. It's going to be pretty cool. Well, obviously, recently we've had the keys. Obviously, we talked about that. They're going to be used for multiple things, over 20 use cases. And you should read this section of the game. You're going to be able to open crates, secure family map locations, increase HQ size, purchase helpers, family creation, killing users, kill simulation attempts, sell on the market. So keys are very, very, very important. Organized crimes, as you can see. And yeah, you can purchase them for $20 at the moment. So that's how you get the keys. The other thing, of course, is we've had, what else we had recently? We've had the family, as I say, Family Plus. When 50% of the family members are active premium players, the family automatically upgrades to Family Plus. And we can see that, right? So we got individual players upgrading. We can see it on the players list that they upgrade. They get this little plus sign. And then on the families list, once they get 50%, they get to get Family Plus. And you get this little cool badge here. Look at that cool badge and the little plus symbol, kind of cool. And you can see over here, premium members over 50%. 54.3%. So once you have 50%, you get that Family Plus. And so what does Family Plus get you? Well, it gets you increased worth. It gets you increased capital payouts, increased bank interest rate. That's going to be really important for in-game currency. Increased HQ size availability, important for families to dominate in the game. And, of course, create and join alliances, huge as well for strength of families. That brings us allegiances, of course. And, of course, to get allegiances, you need 25 keys to honor the family, and you need to have Family Plus status. So those are all important for allegiances there, should you choose to do some. Now, obviously, Player Plus was a big upgrade as well. Activate Player Plus for 90 days with OG NFT. You do need OG NFTs. You can buy them on the markets, so you can win them in with crates. So you could go to crates and try and purchase a key, use the key, and win some keys. But the chance of landing on there is only, relatively small, I guess. So just remember that. Or you could just go to the market, look on the market there, and click the filter, go to wrapped NFTs, and you'd be able to find OG NFTs for sale. And it's up to you to buy the best deal you can. So you just try to find the cheapest at any time. You can also see what the history was just by hitting the history tab, and you'll be able to see what the last sales for keys, OGs, NFTs were. You can see they're $100 the last couple here. So that's kind of the way you can do your, find out at the end, getting a good deal or not. That's kind of the play. So that's Player Plus. Now, there are lots of benefits of getting Player Plus by yourself, just as an individual. 10% worth increase. You get 2 free keys per month, so that would be 6 keys over 3 months. Unlimited page clicks. At the moment, if you're a new player, you only get 10 per minute. I did that for a test, and I saw that it comes up this warning saying, hey gangster, you got 10 clicks, you're gonna have to wait like a minute or something like that. So 10 clicks per minute if you're not got Player Plus. AI generated video avatar, that's kind of pretty cool. If you haven't seen that, they're pretty neat. Let's go to have a look at my one here on Scarface, and let's have a look at the animation pop up here, little AI animation. There we go, that's my one there. So big beefy boy. Yeah, you don't want to mess around with this dude. That is Scarface. That's me, of course. I hope you're not scared. I hope you're not afraid. He's a real good street fighter. All right, we got AI generated profiles. We talked about that. Profile custom description box. Support family to become Family Plus. Obviously, 50% you get become Family Plus. Opens up all those benefits for the families. Hidden inventory option. That's going to be huge in the game. That's going to be mega huge. So just take that into account. Support the game and keep it free, ad free. Support 5% profit increase to own businesses. So if you've got a business that's going to increase your profits, kind of cool. You can use the kill simulator. Now, we know the kill simulator is coming up. That's going to be a big deal, right? So that's phase number 10. And that's going to be important when you're trying to assess killing somebody. And so, yeah, that's going to be a big deal. Only Player Plus profiles outside the family top can hold map locations too. So if you're not in the top 3 in your family, then you need to be a Player Plus if you're going to try and hold map location slots, which is a big deal in the game. So, yeah, just remember that. That's a big perk there at the moment. What else? Now, if you are going to do that, of course, you need to be, if you go to crates, you'll see your OG NFT in here. If you've got an OG NFT in your inventory, you need to remove it out of your inventory into your NFTs and then click on it, and then you can upgrade to Player Plus. You can't upgrade from within the inventory when it's in-game. You need to take it out of your in-game and your wallet here, and that's on crates. Go to crates. You'll be able to see that with your player, and then you can click on it, and you can then upgrade to Player Plus. That's how you do that, just to let some people know about that. What else we got going here? Let's scroll down. We had OG NFTs as well. Like I say, OG NFTs, that's how you upgrade those to Premium Player, as I just pointed out. So kind of cool. You only receive rewards if you activate your Premium Plus Player OG NFT. Remember that. So all those benefits that you get for that. For Player Plus, you only get those if you've activated the OG NFT. Kind of cool. Now, there's not many of them either. There were only 1,693. They get burned when you use them for Player Plus, and 578 on BNB. So that's why they're a bit pricey, but they've come down to $100. They were up around $250. Now they're $100, so you can get a bit of a deal. I think the market's gone a bit higher now that the cheap ones are gone. But once again, hunt for a good deal. So it's kind of what you do. So that is the old MAFIA there. Let's jump over to BNB and have a quick look at that. So on the vault here, we've got 1.4 million MAFIA in that right now. Wow. This is happening during the live stream. This is awesome, man. This is so good. So let's check it out. I'm not going to convert that. You can convert it yourself as a public callable function. I always think it's better to let the price go up, and then you could call it, and then you can fill up the vault even more, right? So we're just getting a bit of selling in the market here at the moment. Another 834. So it looks like this guy here has been selling a little bit, is he? Yeah, this guy here, this one wallet, has been selling some of his MAFIA down at the moment. He picked up some MAFIA 12 days and 8 hours ago. So he's picked up some, and he picked it up at 1,300. He's pretty much selling, looks kind of like he's selling at a loss at the moment. Kind of weird. Anyway, some people do that. He's buying over here, and then he's selling over here. I don't know. You can ask why. Ask him why. It's just weird. Anyway, it fills the vault regardless, and it allows people to come in at a cheaper price. So good price to pull up at the moment on the old MAFIA. Really, really nice. All right, let's jump back over to the BNB chain. And so we've got 138,000 in the old Pulse MAFIA. Let's see what we've got in the BNB MAFIA. And let's go to the vault straight away. And we can see we've got 56,000 over there. So plus 56. The combined vault value at the moment, $194,000. We're not too far away from getting over $200,000 combined. So doing very, very well with the BNB. and you can see the contributions of the taxman, the keys, and the marketplace feeding the vault. Now, I suspect we're going to have more. We're going to obviously in the future, we're going to have buy and sell taxes on the bullets and the health. So they're going to feed the vault. We're also going to have in-game markets and economy. So that's probably going to feed the vault to some degree as well. So looking forward to that, as well as a little piece of secret sauce that I'm not going to talk about on live stream that we suspect is happening as well. I'll just leave that there. You can think about what I'm talking about. But that's kind of the play there at the moment. And over on the ranks on the families. So at the moment on the families, we've got 856 players over on the BNB chain. 16 crime families, got one less than Pulsechain at the moment, and 109.74 BNB. You can see some of the leaders at the moment. Don Mug now is number one over there. Now, we've got 16 families, but we've got a very different power play going over on BNB. So we've got OG Gangsters, which were sitting at number 8 over on Pulse Mafia, number 1 on BNB. So this is obviously where they're targeting. They're Don Lucky. We always joke about the unlucky life and death of Lucky, so but that's going to be funny. Anyway, the Syndicate is number 2 over here, number 1 on Pulsechain, but number 2 on BNB. But for how long? Watch the space over here, folks. Capone there, doing a great job. The Mugnows at number 3. Obviously, they went in the what's that, number 3 over on Pulsechain? I think they are. Let me double check. I've forgotten now, but I think they're number 3. No, they're not. Mugnows are number 6. So they're number 6 over there in a conditional payout. But they are number 3 over here. So we've got the ones that aren't in the top 5 on the Pulsechain are actually in the top 5 on the BNB. So that's something to remember. We've got this mysterious Yakuza family at number 4, crazy family. We've got the Illuminati at number 5 there. They're the top 5 spots, followed by, they're the ones that get the 10% payout of the vault every week. So this vault gets 10% of it gets paid out every single week once the game starts live. And that goes to the top 5 families. And then the top number 6, 7, and 8, they get a conditional payout, assuming the vault increases the following, the first week payout, etc. So it's going to play there. Cosa Nostra at number 6, the Peaky Blinders at number 7, and the OG Sopranos and Escobars at number 8 and 9, respectively. Now, these OGs, of course, are part of the top family here. They're in different cities: New Jersey, Medellin, and of course, OGs in Las Vegas there at the moment. So it's going to be a fun game over on BNB. And of course, as we remind you, the vault there, $57,000 over there at the moment. So kind of nice. Very nice. Let's jump back to some of the others at the moment. We've got the clan at number 10, the Untouchables with Crypto Pride. I talked about a BNB influencer. He's a BNB influencer over there. And he's got spot number 11. The Cartel with Crazy is the Don. Los Salvajes at number 13. Francesca. The Mafia Group with Gangi. The High Table with Nucky. And the Salvation Army, the most twisted name, as I always say, with William Booth at number 16 there. Not doing too much. So, 2 battles on 2 different chains. It's going to be fun to see this play out. Obviously, crates are over there too. $20 to get a crate, keys, I should say. BNB, USD Tether, and USDC are acceptable currencies to buy the $20 crates. And, of course, the one difference between Pulsechain and BNB is that BNB still has its businesses available to win, which you, at the moment, the only way you get businesses on Pulsechain is to buy them on markets. So at the moment, businesses are still available to win. There are 55 of them still available. No doubt a lot of them are still the slot machines, roulettes, and bullet factories at the moment. They also have the premium categories of Mafia, OG NFTs, and keys, as well as all the rest of the in-game currencies like cash, bullets, health, assets, cash, bullet, health, bodyguards, helper credits, cars, and of course, shot items with all the guns and the airplanes and things like that. And so lots of opportunity there. The marketplace at the moment has got $4,500 in volume, 53 items sold to BNB, and of course there's lots of opportunities over here to buy and sell as well. So that is over here. A lot less activity at the moment on BNB, but perhaps an opportunity for people to pick it up on weekend markets until the game goes live. And of course the vault there, target was to hit 500. We're only at 109. I suspect that when Pulsechain launches, that we'll see BNB launch as well. So it could be a pretty crazy time. That's not official, but just my suspicions there. You shall see. So that's pretty much for BNB Mafia. Let's see what else we got to say about that. I think that's it. Let's get in the chat and see what other comments we got about Mafia in the house. So like I say, if you want to buy Pulsechain Mafia, which is on selling down at the moment, which is excellent for new buyers, then there's the chart for Mafia on Pulsechain. If you want to buy on BNB, that is the Mafia price on BNB chain right now. and you can become quite a large holder on BNB with the current price. So food for thought there. We've got Agent Hex in the house. We talked about Agent Hex, so it's kind of cool. Agent Hex says, good to see you too. Welcome. We got Wookie says 2-3 weeks for the map. That is the current expectation, says Wookie. Probably from the Cult DeFi show earlier today, which I have not yet watched. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. No, 2 more weeks, lol. We're not talking about Pulsechain launch. Not talking about Pulsechain launch. Pulsebot in the house there. We got try click on an item in the marketplace. Okay, let's go to marketplace and try and do that. So I guess this item. Bam. All right. Oh, wow. Look at this. This is all brand new, folks. I'm so glad I clicked on that. Big shout out to Jacob and the Pulsebot there, right in the chat there. So we got a chart now for the chart. This is awesome. We dreamed of this stuff, and now it's here. That's crazy. So we got the item here, price in US dollars, down 19% over 24 hours. This is excellent. So it allows you to, takes a lot of the analysis away. You have to do sort of manually. And here we are, market cap 1.9K on that as well. So kind of cool. Has all the items. Are you kidding me? Market cap, really? Wow. So pretty cool. Completed 47, expired 11, fixed there $197, auction at $100, total supply 462. Even tells us how many there are. Wow, that's fantastic. So 462 times $4, I guess is 1.9 thousand a market. That is so cool. We've got the active ones on at the moment. Isn't that neat? And we got the completed expired auctions in here too. So this is the latest and greatest from Jacob. Man, that is so badass. This is so useful to people. So let's say you want to buy a 10 SAM, a level 10 SAM, which is pretty much a super asset in the game. You can see the price action over here. Does it have a time? It's just got recent time on here. Give me a scale. No, it's just got recent time. So this is obviously just brand new, but it's got the time there. It looks like we peaked out at 550. And we're down at 135 now. That's kind of interesting. Price range 135, market cap 10,900. There's only 81. Okay, that's a good idea. So this total supply, very good information. 81 there at the moment. A level 10 SAMs, market cap $10,900. We've got active listings at the moment. Or we got look at the wide range here. So they're actually $400. The cheapest one is $155. That's a bit of a steal right now. Pretty crazy. And then we've got the previous sales as well. $135, $169 on level 10 SAM. So pretty badass. What else we got in the market? So kind of cool. Let's jump over to a few others here. Let's jump over to. Let's go to Molotov cocktails. I'm interested in that. Let's have a look at those. So there are 351 of them. Wow. And the price, look at the price jump around. Nice, cool. So a very good time to buy at the moment. Look at that. $6 is current price. I guess the minimum price, $2,100 market cap. 41 completed trades, 11 expired over the time horizon. What else there? Yeah, these are the ones for sale at the moment. Kind of cool. And these are the ones complete. So kind of neat there. So you can go through all of those, folks, at your heart content. Lots of things to check out. Big shout out to Jacob for isolating that. And we've just covered that now, so kind of cool. Green candles on Pulse right now. Woohoo, says Wookie. Well, if that's the case, then we know that the Vault's going to go up, right? The Vault will go up, 136. So we've got 2.1 million MAFIA in there at the moment. Wow. A bit more selling, folks. So just maybe wait to the bottom of this range here for the seller. So kind of cool. We've had this wallet sell 72C. And we had another wallet here sell as well. So we had 2 wallets here sell down this chart. He picked up lots at 2,100. Man, they're selling below cost. That's kind of weird, isn't it? That is weird stuff going on there. So yeah, they bought at a higher price, 2,100 to a penny, and they're selling below 2,100 to a penny. They're selling at 900 of a penny. Isn't that crazy? So yeah, that is what a crazy exit that is. Anyway, the Vault gets paid. Thank you for your service. That's all we can say. So kind of a cool opportunity there. And the MAFIA Vault there, 2.1 million MAFIA in there. And like I say, I would just leave it there until the price recovers and then sell it into the Vault. That way the Vault will get bigger. Some nice play there. Agent, we're doing the live stream. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. That's awesome. Like I say, I love it. The taxes, when people sell, the taxes go into the Vault. If you've got people selling millions, then the Vault fills up, and then new players can come in and buy up MAFIA. Isn't that great? And then they pay a tax that goes into the vault. And of course, they get a good entry. And people are saying, well, the price went up really high and I can't get in. But now I've got to pay higher. But now they just like, well, no, I can do it. I can get in on the game, which is kind of cool. Pump says Agent Hex. 2 more weeks, so mid-May 2026, says Crypto Fury. Hopefully not. K Hudson in the house there. Let's go MAFIA. Absolutely. That is awesome, says Agent Hex here on the marketplace. A good idea for the marketplace. Yeah, it will only help people to buy and sell too. They get a better idea rather than having to think in their head. So nice on that one. Let's check out a couple more items in here. We've got motorcycles. Let's check out those. Now, motorcycles are very good on the downtime when you're traveling. They're quite fast, and so yeah, they're going to be popular. There are 287 of those. Market $2,900, $10 in the minimum price at the moment. And you can see the price there used to be up at $40, down 10. So you're getting really nice discounts on this down market at the moment. So once again, markets offer people to get in at lower prices. These are the current listings active at the moment, and the current last sales, $12, $13, $10 and stuff like that. So I think you're going to get a lot of keen players picking up some of these assets today, like they did yesterday. We saw a big jump in the number of items sold. 1,787 sold at that time. Let's have a look at something else in the market. Let's have a look. What else should we look at? OG NFTs. Why don't we do look at that? OG NFTs. So we've got 3 apparently in the market. One OG NFT, and it doesn't have the market cap on this, interesting enough, but they do have one NFT, $188 at the moment on that one. Do they have businesses actually? Let's go to businesses. Let's filter for that, and let's have a look. See if there's any business. Oh, there's 4 businesses at the moment. Steve has put businesses on at the moment, and they're all currently trading as well. Let's have a quick look at the hospital. There's 2 hospitals, so let's see if it works. They've got 11 supplies, 11 hospitals. That's really interesting. $2,000, market cap $22,000 for hospitals. There we go, the 11 hospitals. That's very telling. And these are current prices here. These are the previous prices. So you can see that business assets are very valuable. And that means that if you buy a crate in the past, you can do it on BNB still, and you win a business, you can go from $20 to $2,000. So it's a pretty big upside for that in the game. Pretty epic. Yeah, looking good. So that's some of the cool stuff there. Check it out. It's got all the details now. The amount of deals completed, the fixed and auction prices there at the moment in terms of settles. Kind of cool. Right. What else should we do? We're going to do. I think that's it. Kind of cool. Let's see. Do you guys want to win a key? Does anyone want to win a key? If you want to win a key, get in there, folks. I was gonna finish the live stream at now 30, but we got some keys. So if you want to win a key and get your player's name on Pulsechain, this is on Pulsechain side. Get your player's name and you can win a key today. All right. So get your name, player's name in there if you want to get in there. I'm going to bring up a random generator, as you guys know. We're going to random generator there, and you guys can get to win a key. How about that? All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Like Tom Luke. All right, so who's in first? Is that Hudson? Hudson? Victorio is in the house there. So first player's name in there. Face of Powder number 2. Face of Powder number 2. Face of Powder number 2. Wookie the Blade number 3. And then Wookie, only one entry. Only one entry, Wookie. For MVS in the house there. Nice. MVS Crypto is in the house there. Player number 4. Biggie, player number 5 there. Try and keep and Sumo there. Player number 6. Looking good. Furo number 7. Nice. That's who else comes in there. That's number 7. And remember your number. Remember your number. That's it. Number 7. Is that it? Is that where we got 7? Is that it? Is that the end? Because the last time I get confused, I have to go back and recount. So we got 7. 7. Is that it? 7. Is that it? And remember, no 2 entries. Just 1 entry each. Aussie Stone in there. That's 2 Aussie Stones. That's 2 entries. So we're just going to do 1 per person. So yeah, a nice try. That's what the Wookiee tries to do. But 7 entries is perfectly fine, just to make it more even for everybody. Let's see here. Agent Hex in there, number 8. Okay, that's cool. I think that qualifies. So that's it. Just 1 entry per person. Just remember that, 1 entry per person. I think that's it. So number 8. All right. Okay, so 8 entries there. Let's do it. Let's get back into it. Giveaway at the end. It's pretty cool. Where are we going back here? I've lost my screen. All right. Let's look at the random there. We've got 8 entries. You guys know how I roll with this, so we're going to generate. Let's go 1, 2, 3. And as you guys know, the 4th one is the one. So whatever wins this, good luck to you. Very, very cool. And of course, let's go 1, 2, 3, and bam. Number 4. So who was number 4? Let's go right up to the top here. Let me say, did we have Bugsy again? Number 4. I think number 4 was, we had number 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think that's MVS, isn't it? Is that MVS? Does everyone agree? I think that is MVS. I think you won there. But Big Kahuna was in with 2. Now Big Kahuna came in with 2. I think you came in with Biggie. I'm not sure if Biggie was one of your names, but I'm pretty sure I started off with Agent with K Hudson there at Victoria. So I think MVS is number 1 there. I did not see the Biggie at the top, so. But then Big Kahuna came in with that later on. So MVS is the winner there. Agent Hex is BNB. Yeah, we're just doing Pulsechain though on the key giveaway. All right, so kind of cool. I'm gonna have to tell the rules at the beginning, but that is the winner. I think the winner is MVS. So let's see if you got a name here. MVS, congratulations to you. Let's go down to the keys here and MVS Crip. Is that in? Oh, that's not even the player's name. MVS CRYP. MVS CRYP. It's not even a name. That's not even a name. That's not even a name. MV. What the fudge? What the fudge, MV? That's not even qualifies that name. MVS Crip. I don't think that's not going to MVS Crip. That's not even a name. It's not even showing up. So I don't know what you did there. Let me know what mistake you made before, because I have to redraw. All right, so we're going to start again. So I'm going to start from Victoria, for K Hudson there. Victoria 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that 7? Yeah. Must be rigged. First letter to be capitalized. Oh, is it? First letter to be capitalized? Okay, my bad. Let me capitalize that. Bam. Does it work? No, it's still not working. MVS Crip. It's still not working there with capitalization. MV, where is he? Is the MV still in the chat there? What's your actual name, dude? All right, so let's do it again. So only if you're entering, do it from here. Enter now with your name, and we're going to use this list because the other list only one per person. Only one per person. Everyone's making it so confusing. One per person there. Enter now. Go put your name in. Let's go. So we've got Stromboli is well, there we are. You should have used Stromboli. You just lost out because I'm not going to give that away on the MBS thing. We got 1. We got 2. We got 3. We got 4. We got 5. We got 6. We got 7. I think that's it, isn't it? 7. All right, 7. We had 8 last time, but we got 7. All right. So, all right. So let's go. We're going to do it again. This is tougher. You think it's going to be easy to give away stuff, but it's really actually quite hard. All right. Let's go. We got 7, so we're going to change that around. 7 is the entry. Oh, we got 8. We got Aussie Stone. Is that only 1 entry from Aussie Stone? All right, 1 entry from Aussie Stone. So we're going to do 8 again. So there we go. 8. Ready? We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then on 3. Agent Hex, did you put another one? I told you just 1, dude. 1. As Agent Hex, yeah, you put 2 in. Yeah, just 1. It's just 1, dude. All right, so ready, and this is the winner. 1, 2, 3, go. There, number 3. Whoever number 3 is. All right, so I did the entry. Got that in there. So we've got Stromboli is 1, Bagoon is 2, and K Hudson is 3. So K Hudson is the winner there, Victoria. So congratulations to you, yeah, boy. Victoria. All right, so that is the winner. Well done to you, Victoria. That is coming to you. Now, you can hold the key, or you can let us know if you decide to open up a crate with it. And good luck. Hopefully you win. Imagine if you won 5 million MAFIA. Insane. Literally crazy. So kind of cool there. Woo-hoo. So we're going to do another one as well. We're going to do another key giveaway. I think we should at least do 2. And so I think that's good. And then, because I've been on the show a long time, so around 36, we're going to wrap up. So we're going to do a second key, but wait, hold your horses first. Remember, only 1 entry per person. And if you have won already, like Kay Hudson, then don't apply again, because it's just 1 per. We don't want people winning 2 in a row. All right, so this is we just got Pulsechain, which is super cheap at the moment. I know this has been taking a long time to go through. All right, so that's gone to you there, Kay Hudson. Well done to you. All right, let's see here. Yes, you lost because you used the wrong name, MV. That's simple as that. And I've got to have some rules around here. Have some rules. Nice win, says Crypto Fury. Absolutely. Bugsy is my BNB name. Hightower is my Pulse one. Okay, we're just doing Pulsechain Agent X. Just remember that. So not yet, Brennan. Okay, now enter here. Enter now, and that is the list. So 1, 2, 3. After this one, enter now. Go for a place your name. Second chance to win a key. So there we go. Enter now. Enter now. You're most welcome, Nick Hudson. So enter now. We got Stromboli is at number 1. Well done there, Stromboli. Wish you luck. We got Hightower there from Agent X. Wiki the Blade, number 3. Big Kahuna is player number 4 there, Biggie. Sumo and there from Aussie Stone, number 5. Crypto Furia at Furia there, number 6. Number 7, Wookie the Blade. Why did you enter twice, man? You're not out. You're out. Wookie's out. Wookie's out. He's trying to be smart pants. He's out. I'm going to make him punished for this time. He's out. Wookie is out. Wookie the Blade. I said once. He knows that he's just trolling me. So he's out. He's out. That's a cool thing. I'm finally standing up to Wookie. Wookie the Blade. We got none of it. So, all right, we're going, what do we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 is Brennan there. Kind of cool. And Brennan's laughing at that. Yeah. We're going to get Wookie this time, man. He thought he was going to be a smart pants. Hey, it's going to troll that, but no, not happening today. All right, so we've got 6 entries there. Let's go. I think that's it. So we got 6. We got 6 there. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and so 1, 2, 3, and bam. Number 5 is the winner. So let's go through those numbers. Number 5 is the winner. We've got Stromboli number 2, Hightower Stromboli number 1, number 2. Number 3 is Biggie. Number 4 is Aussie Stone. Number 5 is a Furious. Congratulations. You've won the second giveaway. Well done to you. All right, so let's go to it. Let's give that away. Well done. And I think we're going to wrap up the show here. And we'll be back again tomorrow. This is what we do. Back again. Might win some more keys. So get out there. Come back tomorrow. You may just be lucky. Let's see. All right. So congratulations to the Furio. And, of course, if you guys have opened up those keys, let us know if you won anything. Apart from that, congratulations to the Furio winning key number 2. That's $20 of value, $40 given away there. Chance to win potentially something that might be worth hundreds of dollars if you use the key to open crates. We shall see. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And an hour and 40 minutes on the live show. I think that's enough for today. My voice is probably getting a little bit tired too. But yeah, what a day it has been. Now we're going to quickly wrap up with the Hex Daily Stats. We haven't got Ethereum data. It's been out since 24th of June, so I don't know what's happening there. But we do have the data there for the day that's just finished. So what was that? 423, was it? Something like that. Let's double check because I always like to be accurate as possible. Let's go see what day it is now. 424. Yeah, 423. I did it. I got it right. So 423. The 8th of July there, and it looks like we got a payout of 7.075 hex per T-share. Not bad there, right? Not bad. T-shares down 6,000 too. It's quite a lot. Sitting at 9.3 million T-shares in ownership pool. Reward pool at the moment, 66 million. 1.2 million penalties today on Pulsechain. Not bad, eh? Not bad at all. We've got some good growth in liquid holders. Down 14 on the miners there at the moment. Hex.com. Check it out. Start mining Hex on Pulsechain or Ethereum today. Pretty much it. All right, I think we're going to wrap that up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's see here. K Hudson says 150 health. Well done to you, K Hudson. Health are actually a pretty valuable item in the game. They're certainly big on the inventory too. So congratulations to you, Hudson, on that one. And a crypto few, congratulations to you also. All right, I hope you enjoyed the content today. PulseChain's buyer's dream. It's definitely a buyer's dream on PulseChain. Definitely the next week or two look pretty good, doesn't it? The RSI is looking sweet for pickups. Richard Hart versus SEC. Hopefully we get something either tonight or tomorrow on that. Presumably we shall see. And of course, MAFIA Madness chance to really get in some good prices at the moment. A couple of 2 whales sold down just while we're on the live stream, which means that you get a chance to pick up some really, really nice opportunities. Looks like someone's buying it right now, nibbling at it right now as we speak. Pretty crazy. Yeah, the vault is almost up $200,000. The BNB at the moment is at 3.59. So pretty crazy. We also had the 2 whales sell. We also had 2 large holders, let's say, and we also had the vault sell as well. That was it 2 million there. So we've got 3.59 now on the BNB. We're gonna go back to this because look at that, 3.59 billion pulse now. We are heading towards that 5 billion mark. Jacob and the team, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you going to be ready? We're heading so fast towards that 5 billion. And imagine if the pulse price doubles. We're over $250,000 in the vault. People are going to be talking about that. It's going to become crazy stuff going on in the old MAFIA. It is addictive. All right, take care, everybody. Says lies beneath. Absolutely. I'll catch you guys next time. Let's leave some inspiration because Richard Hart versus SEC this week. Let's see that. Let's talk about Magic Cup Ride in the future. A wonderful place to accumulate. Take care. See you guys tomorrow. I'll be in Discord later on. So catch me up in that. Like I say, links in the video description. Bye for now. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See ya. No, really. Bye. I'm finishing now. No, seriously, guys. All right. Peace out. All right. Bye.
In theory, if someone were a billionaire and they had like all this money, why wouldn't they just buy more of the thing they liked instead of dumping the thing they liked? Like if Bezos bought shares in Amazon, would you be pissed off? If Apple does a stock buyback and they buy more of their own shares in their company back from the public, which is a way to turn earnings into yield for the shareholders, do you get mad and yell at Apple? And so we had to come up with a word for this fan fiction fantasy, which is the opposite of a rug pull, called a magic carpet ride. And so if you're worried about risk of a rug pull, what weighted value have you given the risk of a magic carpet ride? And it's just hilarious to me.